Jim, do you have amazing socks on, or are those tattoos I see?
Actually, I do have amazing socks on as well. I think it's Egon Schiele.
Oh, the artist,
I
Sheila.
think so. Is it? Or
Yeah.
no? Who's the other guy? Who did the kiss? You know that
Did
one
the
of the
kiss.
kiss?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Austria,
about?
in Austria.
Yeah. Klimt.
Klimt.
I think it's Klimt.
Gustav Klimt.
I think it's Gustav
How
Klimt.
crazy are we that we know these
I
two?
know, I
And the
know.
other one is the same one.
Yeah,
The
same,
other
same,
line.
same,
So I'm
the
thinking,
other
does he have a tattoo or how incredible?
I think it's a Klimt
So this
painting.
is the reason I wanted you here.
Oh,
You're
yeah?
a rare Indian actor. You're a character actor. You're a character and an actor.
Right.
Which one are you?
Well, I personally don't like any of these divisions. I think people are very quick to bracket people into lead or character actor or supporting role, and I don't think that really helps the entire process of creating a film or acting within a film. So I personally avoid phrases like that because given the commercial nature of Bollywood and all major
Hollywood
commercial
too.
filmmaking, exactly, it winds up categorizing people in a certain way, and then you're always pleasantly surprised by an actor you thought was a character actor doing a turn as a lead and being fantastic. So I personally try to avoid pigeonholing myself or anybody else because you never know the potential somebody has within them.
Are you an outsider in Mumbai, in Bollywood? Are you an
I
insider?
suppose I would be an outsider, right? I don't have any
Boy
connections.
who's raised up.
I don't have any connections within it. I don't have any family within it. I never, actually, when I was young, I never thought that I would be a Bollywood actor.
What did you think you would be?
I don't know, just an actor. I didn't really think about it.
So you did think of being an actor?
Oh, definitely an actor. Yeah.
From a young age? How?
Pretty much. I just don't think anything else caught my interest in the same way.
You left for Australia as a young kid. How old were you then?
3. So I barely. My dad was a captain on a ship. The ship was called Angel Feather. So
what a great name.
Yeah, lovely name. And when I was 2, I sailed around the world as this kind of mascot.
He kept your mom and you on the vessel?
Yeah, when I was old enough, when I was 2. Before then, I think you're too young, you're not allowed. And then I think 2 onwards, I was allowed. So I was there. And then he sailed into the Sydney harbour and he fell in love. He found it to be the most beautiful harbour that he's ever sailed into and thought, why don't I move here, start a life here? So we moved there when I was 3. And then when I was 8, he got a fantastic job back in Bombay. So we moved back.
Was he a merchant mariner?
He was a merchant mariner.
How incredible.
Yeah.
How did that shift when you came back at 8 to India? Were you bullied? Were you different?
Well, I had a strong Australian accent. So there was a bit of that. But I think it was just a normal bullying that you would have. I think in Sydney, on the street that I lived on, it was so far outside of the main city of Sydney in Taramara. I know that there was a certain amount of bullying there as well, but I kind of don't remember it very keenly because I think I really enjoyed living there. I loved walking around, being kind of in nature. We lived on this tiny street called Mimosa Drive, and up the street there was a beautiful park surrounded by an enormous forest that they call the bush, the bush. And because we lived in the suburbs, we had a nice big backyard and a swimming pool. All of these things were manageable, because we lived so far out of the city. So my memories are all very fond, but I think on the street there was a certain amount of who is this kid? Yeah, who is this family? This isn't like anyone else we usually meet. My friend was telling me how he met somebody who talks about racism in general and about how he really has a different view about it.
What do you think about that?
I think it's worth investigating that. I have an aunt, for example, who vociferously will say things that it's like, my God, just calm down. You shouldn't say things like this in a public setting. Please, just, do you really believe this? And she doesn't. Actually, she doesn't.
A lot of people are shock jocks.
She just said, I think it's just, you learn certain phrases and certain things to say from people around you and from how you were raised, but it may not be what you actually are inside, because
Or you've not bothered understanding the etymology of those words, the expressions,
because
and you're
she's-
repeating.
Yes, I think so. I think so. Or it's an strange, irrational, emotional reaction to something, whereas your actual behavior in a situation where you're confronted with this very person that you spouted vitriol against 2 minutes ago, you're very welcoming and very nice and very kind.
One is hypothetical, the other is the reality.
Exactly. So I think it's worth investigating the difference between what people say versus what they are.